Dear valued customers, after more than 15 years in business, we want to let you know that Heat Trans Warehouse will be winding down operations. If you are interested in purchasing any remaining inventory or leftover stock, please email us at stock@heattranswarehouse.com and we will be happy to assist you. If you need a referral for future supply needs, we would be happy to connect you with a trusted supplier to ensure you are taken care of. Please don't hesitate to reach out. We are incredibly grateful for your support, loyalty, and partnership over the past 15 years. It has truly meant a great deal to us. Thank you again for being a part of our journey. And just like that, folks, Heat Transfer Warehouse will be winding down operations. That is a very, very nice, well thought out way to let people know that you're going out of business, pretty much. And it's not necessarily let's not get misconstrued. We don't know exactly what happened. Sincerely, Heat Transfer House family. We don't know exactly what happened and why they're closing doors. I'm just going to assume it's because the economy is messed up and people are not shopping like that enough. We don't know. All right, so we're not going to sit here and speculate. But there's a bunch of things that happened over the last few years at Heat Transfer House that might account for the closing of their business. They're ending the winding down of operations. But I want to start by saying that it sucks. It sucks. I know a lot of people that work there, and I feel bad for them because you got to understand that these are people just like us. They have mortgages to pay, they have rent to pay, they have car notes to pay, they have groceries to buy, food to put on the table, they have other bills that they need to take care of, they have families they need to take care of. So the workers that work there were using, Heat Transfer House as their source of income. So that's an unfortunate thing. And so were the owners, to be quite frank. Now I'm not going to get into all the specifics of, personal things and stuff like that and how the business was started. But what I will say is that it's just unfortunate, and it's definitely gonna take a hit on the community because I know a lot of people shop at Heat Transfer House. But also, I want you guys to understand that this is also an opportunity because they sold a lot of goods and provided a lot of things. So that might be a business opportunity for you guys to kind of like start a business selling some of the stuff that Heat Transfer House used to sell. But as somebody who worked closely with Heat Transfer House and was affiliate for Heat Transfer House and went to a lot of the Heat Transfer House events that they had, Wallapalooza that Heat Transfer House put on was a vibe. And anybody else who denies that it was a vibe, they're either lying to you, they are bitter, I don't know, or maybe they weren't invited. I'm not sure, but I can guarantee you most of the people that went, if not all the people that went, will tell you that Heat Transfer House Wallapalooza was a vibe, and they really like rolled out the red carpet for us and made us feel good and made us feel special and important. But they did a few things that I think should have been done differently. If I was a business owner, right? I think personally that they probably expanded too fast while things were going good. These are just my personal thoughts. It doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean exactly that's what happened. But and another thing is they started, offering services that contradicted the merchandise that they were selling. If that makes any sense to you guys, for those of you guys who don't understand, they started fulfilling orders, like, taking on custom garment decorating, and you're selling custom garment decorating supplies to us, and then you're, taking our business. But I understand why they did that, because a lot of companies are doing that. If you guys follow what's going on in the industry, things are tight for everybody, including these business owners. And if your margins, especially the business owner, if your margins aren't making sense and you have to pay a payroll then you have to do what you have to do because the pressure's on, because you need to pay your employees and you need to pay the bills to run the business. So it just makes sense that you got to do what you got to do. And I see a lot of other companies doing it, following suit right now. And it's unfortunate. It just reminds me, and you guys listen to what I'm saying, it is a good thing that, I don't know, micro influencers or micro business owners or small business owners, it's a good thing that we're operating so lean and we don't have so much overhead, because we don't have this pressure on us to pay for a building, to pay for warehousing, to pay for all these thousands and thousands of different products, to pay for people to run our websites, to take pictures of the products, to upload the pictures of the products, to order the products, to house the products, to create systems in order to find the products that we house. There's a whole lot that went into running a business like that on the logistics side, and just selling a few items on Etsy or your own website, you can understand exactly what I'm talking about. It gets super, super complicated. So, with that being said, in order for your business to run smoothly, you have to hire people and have systems in place. And that gets real complicated and really, really expensive. And in order to fulfill custom orders in a timely manner, I think they had more than one location. Like, another location was just to ship items to different parts of the nation faster. And that's another added expense, right? Those businesses that are able to deliver really, really fast, you have to have a location, or it probably will be beneficial for you to have a location on the East Coast as well as on the West Coast, so that and you have both products on both sides, right? Everything you have on the West Coast product wise, you got to have on the East Coast product wise, so that when somebody puts an order in, you can get it to that customer faster, depending on where they order from. You're shipping stuff to Philadelphia, or if somebody orders in San Jose, you're shipping stuff from the West Coast so it can get to them faster. So all these things are things that we don't think about. And those are, I don't know, maybe 50 people to 25 people to run these facilities that are going to have to look for another job. And that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, especially when you were working there for 15 years. After 15 years, you kind of feel some type of stability and build up some type of comfort level, knowing your job and how to work the job, and having to look for something else is just unfortunate. So, Kirk, sorry about that, man. When I called you recently, I had no idea. I saw this message on a page, but it's kind of one of those things where you just scroll by and you don't really look at it, right? But when it was brought to my attention, I went on a website and checked it out, and yeah, it's unfortunate, man. I didn't know when I talked to you that, so I sense kind of like a I don't know how to put it when I was talking to you, but yeah, I was just trying to find out what I was trying to find out from you, and I forgot what we talked about. But yeah, it's unfortunate, and I appreciate the opportunity to work with Heat Transfer House for a while. My channel kind of changed into a Heat Transfer House channel, and I had to back off because I felt like I was losing control of my channel, and my channel was feeling like it was owned by Heat Transfer House, because I enjoyed making videos about the products they sold so much, and I made a lot of money doing it. So I don't regret it at all. That's why I gotta give a shout out to Heat Transfer House for giving me the opportunity to work with them, because it was definitely enjoyable, and it was definitely lucrative. But when it didn't make sense anymore, it didn't make sense, and I had to move on. So yeah, but I still remember them being a company that really took a shot, worked with me, and it worked out very, very well. And I know they were able to make a bunch of money working with other influencers as well. But having too many influencers could have played a part in the downfall of Heat Transfer House. But overall, it's just unfortunate that it happened. And those of you guys that shopped at Heat Transfer House, I'm going to tell you right now, you could probably shift over to Heat Press Nation if you guys need any supplies and stuff like that, because it appears that they still have some stuff in stock, but a lot of stuff they won't have in stock anymore. So just go over to Heat Transfer House, use the affiliate link down in the description below, and help them get rid of the stuff that they stuff that they have left. Check it out. Maybe you might be able to find some deals and stuff like that. Hit them up if you want to, if you're interested in buying some fixtures, I guess. I don't know, something like that. And yeah, it's just an unfortunate situation, but just goes to show you, man, you have to do what you need to do to keep your business open. And sometimes you might need to pivot. And if you're not able to pivot enough, if you're not able to maybe see eye to eye with other business owners, then maybe something like this could happen to you. But you have to look forward and kind of like predict what's happening and kind of like prepare for it and kind of like adjust your business to what's going on, or else you might find yourself in the same position. And one other thing, they were very successful. And I will say that I think that if you know how to be successful and make a successful business once, then you definitely know how to make a successful business over again and repeat that process. So something tells me this won't be the last that we're hearing from some of the owners of Heat Transfer House, because they do have multi-needle embroidery machines as well as a DTF system. So I'm willing to bet the bank that they probably go heavy into DTF and start another company or something like that. Or maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, guys, Heat Transfer House, winding down operations. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Peace.